Hello everybody, welcome. This is Venus's Yoga Flow. I am Venus, and today for you I have a yoga sequence to help with tension in the neck and the shoulders, lower back and hip area. We're just going to start off with some breathing first. So have a seat in your easy pose. You're just sitting relaxed. Draw the shoulders up to the ear and back around. Navel to spine, chin pretty level with the floor, and just look straight ahead and come to your breath. Breathe in your nose and out your nose, or if it's easier, breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Feel the breath clear to the bottom of your stomach. Really try to relax the shoulders down, away from the ears. Breathe in, feel it from the top to the middle and to the bottom of your stomach. Take 4 more cycles of breath here, being sure to breathe all the way from your throat to the chest, to the upper stomach and lower stomach area. When you take your breath out this time, when you exhale, I want you to exhale, like breathe in. When you exhale, I want you to blow out through your cheeks. So kind of bring your cheeks like a chipmunk, just kind of to help relieve the tension in your jaw. Maybe swipe your fingers across your forehead a couple times. By doing this, you're really letting go of all that tension in your face and in your jaw. Take a deep breath in one more time. Really releasing the tension. You could have tension from anything, like stress causes that. Just certain exercises, if you accidentally, are kind of, if your body's unaligned and it's just like repetitive motion there, that causes stress in the body. A workload, maybe worrying about things, just if you've been in an accident, working with physical therapy, things like that. Just be sure this is okay to do for that too. Maybe ask your therapist. One more deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's bring one leg out in front of us and take a half shoelace pose here. So you're going to bring that opposite foot over your knee and just stack it there. And then I want you to reach far down as you can. You'll feel this all underneath your leg. And you'll feel it through your hips. Breathing that same breath, just nice and easy. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. If at any time you need props here, a block, a strap, a bolster pillow, feel free to use those at any time, even to make it more comfortable. Like a suggestion, say if you want to use a pillow here, you could actually place your pillow by your stomach and just hang out. That actually kind of helps bring up through the shoulders too, to relieve stress from the shoulders, through the trapezia area. If you're wanting it more towards the hips, which it still works at the top of your shoulders, but if you're wanting it more through the rest of your body, just leave the pillow out and just gently come down as much as you can without any pain. If you feel pain, it's very important just to stop or to leave the move out and just maybe stay in a forward fold. 3 more breaths. And then gently walk your hands up. And then bring that leg that's straight out underneath. And you'll take a quick twist here to the right. Remember, with each exhale, you're going to be able to twist back a little bit further. Smiling. And then come back around. You'll bring that leg down and stack your other knee over the opposite side that you did before. And come on down. If there's too much pain, just come back up. Just adjust it to what you need. Shoulders drop clear down and relaxed away from the ears. Remembering to loosen up through the jaw. Don't clench the teeth. Don't clench your jaw. Gently come up. And then bring your knee up. And you're coming into that twist on the opposite side. And pressing up through the spine. And then come back around. And then to your cat and cow next. Pressing your fingerprints into the mat. Elbow creases shining forward. You're going to drop down the stomach into your cow. This is going to help through that lower back area. And then exhale as you come up into your cat. This is rounding through the top of your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do that 1 or 2 more times. Just go with your breath. And then you can curl your toes under and stretch back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the legs. Press clear back. Bring your chest as far back towards your quadriceps, your thighs as you can. Drop the head down. Shake it loose. Shake away any tension. And then come down onto your knees. Maybe rock your hips side to side. Getting through the side hip flexors there. And then come up into your plank. You could either stay in your low plank or bring it all the way up into high plank, navel to spine. And just rock back and forth. Really press up and even round through the shoulders. We're not doing a push-up here. We're just doing a plank. So really round through the shoulders, really keeping your fingerprints in the mat. And then drop down into your tabletop. You're going to come all the way back into a child's pose. Rounding through. Pressing back through the hips. Bring the arms down and bring them into a prayer position behind your neck. Feel a nice stretch under the tricep area. You can even take your thumbs and massage your neck a little bit. Let's take 5 breaths here. Couple more cycles of breath here. And then bring your hands forward. And then we're going to come up back into tabletop. But what you're going to do is just come back and take a seat, leaving your feet up, kind of stretching through the bottom of your toes. And then from here, we're going to grab our shoulders. We're going to rotate the arms around in circles. It's going to look like this. You're going to go up and back and down. So inhale as you go up. Exhale as you come down. 2 more times. One more, and then reverse the circle. This time, drop your chin down. Make sure your neck isn't being really tensed up. It's easy to forget about it and go back to the tensed up, kind of stiffer body, but we want to keep it loose here and relaxed. We're undoing tension. We're not trying to add any stress or tension. And then bring the arms completely down and relax. With your nose, you're going to draw a circle one way. Kind of the same. We'll draw a circle one more time. And then back the opposite direction. Loosening up even more through the neck. And then you're going to just nod your head yes a few times. But try to go back far through the neck, and hopefully you're not feeling this through your shoulders. If when you bring your head back, if you're feeling any pain through the shoulder area, don't tip your head back as far. Just do a little bit at a time. That will help too, and eventually you can bring your head further back. And if you need to, just rest your hand on your shoulders to keep your shoulders down. And then you're going to nod your head no a couple times. Coming clear back as far as you can go. And like I said, if you feel pain, just start off little. And then gradually make your yes and nose wider and deeper. And then bring the arms down. You're going to come down flat on the mat. And we're going to do, you can either do low cobra here or a high cobra, whichever one you want to do. I'm going to come in. Your low cobra is keeping your elbows tucked in. Kind of point the elbows toward each other and lift the hands up. And then just raise up. Option to leave your feet down or up. Pressing into the pelvis. Or you can actually bring your hands down. Pressing all the way up into your high cobra, leaving your elbows in. Pressing the shoulder blades far back together as you can. You might feel a little bit of shaking there. That's normal. And then come down slowly, keeping the feet flat on the mat, top of the feet, pelvis into the mat. And then you can even bring your hands out, maybe spread open the fingers, kind of like a spider fingers, and come all the way up into that cobra. Pressing on the pelvis to keep any pressure off of your lower back. Take a few breaths here. Remembering to breathe clear to the bottom of your stomach. One more breath. Come down. And then however you want to, come to your back. I'm going to walk forward with my knees just to counter stretch for the lower back. And then come all the way down. And bridge poses are very good to help with lower back issues too, because they do a lot of strengthening for your lower back. So let's take a bridge pose here. Shoulders flat on the mat, relaxed away from your ears, and have palms facing down. Heels come as close as you can to your glutes. And then tuck the tailbone under, so you're slowly going to feel that bottom of your back go into the mat before lifting on up. You need to press into your big toes to help keep your knees together. You can even, if you want to here, put a pillow or a block under your back for support. You can also bring the shoulder blades together and put your hands underneath your back and glutes and press up even further. If you need to, rock your head side to side to make sure that your neck is staying relaxed. We don't want any tension anywhere in the body. You should be holding, bringing the glutes together, using glute strength and quadricep strength, and then gently, inch by inch, come down to about your hands, and then of course take your hands out. And then bring one leg straight down. We're going to pull our knee into our chest. The other leg, you can either point and flex through the toe, draw a circle maybe one way and the other with the ankles. Take any pressure off your ankles. Relax them too. We don't want them stressed. And then you can come over into your side twist. And then always adjust your body however you need to, just to be able to bring that leg over. Again, your shoulders are on the mat, relaxed. Breathing, take your head the opposite direction and breathe. And then you'll bring your leg back up, placing your ankle on the opposite knee, opposite leg, and then bring it up. It will look like a figure four. You can bring the back leg up and point and flex again through the foot and rotate through the ankles. Maybe pull your leg into you a little bit. You'll get a nice massage through the lower back tailbone area. And then bring your leg down. And then we'll bring that opposite leg up that you had before. Pull your knee into your chest. Breathing. And then carry your knee over. Again, adjust on your mat to turn to the side. And your head comes the opposite direction of your knee. You can even bring your hand to your side, like in cactus shape if you want to. You want to place the block under your knee, you can, for more support. And then we'll take that same figure 4 shape on the opposite side, your reclined pigeon. You're going to bring your hand through. Basically do whatever you did on the other side. Do the same thing to keep it even. And getting the same stretches, same results on both sides. Pull your leg towards you, rock back and forth. And then bring the leg down. And then bring your other leg down. Readjust on the mat if you need to. This time you're just going to pull your knees into your chest and rock. And then rock side to side. Getting a nice massage on the full lower back and hip area. Couple more times. Try to take it slow and easy. I know in a fast-paced world, it's hard to slow down. And then let's bring our knees in a circle one way. Lift your feet up though. Keep them even with your knees. You'll bring your circle one way. And then bring the circle the opposite direction. And then we'll come into happy baby pose. So you're going to bring your feet up. You can grab on the inside of your ankles or the outside, wherever you're comfortable. And then just bring your knees pressing down through the feet. Should feel this through the inner groin area. And rock back and forth. You can even bring your hands to the insides of your heel and stretch the legs. Just whatever's intuitive here. And then bring your legs down. We're going to take our banana pose here. So bring your hips over to one side of the mat. And then I'm going to do my left side. So I'm bringing my left foot over to the corner. And I'm going to cross the right foot over. And the same, I'm going to bring my left hand over the corner. And I'm going to grab underneath the wrist with my right hand. Feel a whole stretch on that whole right side of my body. Breathing, letting go of any tension. Just spending time in the moment. Thanking yourself for taking time out for you. Sometimes it's just awesome to do that, to relax and get rid of all the tension and stress in your body. One more breath. And we'll do that same thing on the opposite side. So bring your hips over to the other side of the mat. Bringing my right foot over to the corner and crossing my left foot over. And then bringing my left hand under my right wrist. Again, you should be feeling it on the outside of your body. If you're feeling it on the inside where it's kind of hurting, you need to slide your feet a little bit closer instead of trying to get a really big curve. Just maybe get more of a smaller curve. And again, relaxing the shoulders down. Breathing clear to the bottom of your stomach. And then come back to the center of your mat. I'm going to come up just for a minute. If you have a strap, you can grab your strap. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Or you can even use your wall. We're just going to hang our feet out in the air. So if you want to take your strap, hook it onto your feet to help hold your feet up. What you'll do is you're going to pull your legs toward you just to get that small of your back, sacrum area into the mat. You can hang out here. We'll hang out for about a minute or 2 or 3, whatever you choose. This is the last thing we're doing. Or if you want, you can always turn and face your wall. And you can bring your feet up on the wall. Just at a slight angle and bring your arms out. Breathing. Rock your head side to side. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. If you want to bring your legs apart further and feel a nice stretch through the inside of the legs again, the inner groin area, you can. Whatever is comfortable for you. Just kind of play around with wherever you want. You can even bring them away from the wall and just maybe point and flex through your toes and your heels. It's our waterfall pose. And then slowly come back around, gently. And you're going to bring yourself up to a seated position. And then we're going to take one quick butterfly pose. So bring the bottom of your feet together. And you can just kind of flutter them around like a butterfly. Just kind of loosening up through inner hips, the outer hips. Very good. And then come back into your easy pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take your hands on each side of your shoulders, making sure the shoulders are down away from yours. You can do this any time of the day. Just hang out, holding your shoulders down, breathing, dropping the chin, rocking side to side. And then be sure to switch. And I want to thank you everybody for joining me for this, and I hope it gives you a little bit of relief from the tension and stress that builds up in our body, and sometimes we don't even realize it. you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I always appreciate it. I appreciate you. And comment or even like or share with a friend. That would be really great. Let's take a deep breath in, the deepest one you've taken all day. Palms together, thumbs at your heart space. We'll close with a chant of Om one time. Om. Namaste. Everybody have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.